Have you ever looked at a burger and felt guilty, but still took a bite? You tell yourself, just this one time. But that one time turns into every weekend, then every night. And slowly, without even noticing, your body starts changing. Not just your waistline, your energy, your mood, your focus, your sleep, even the way you think. What if I told you that the food you love the most is quietly destroying the person you were meant to become? It sounds dramatic, right? But here's the truth. Junk food doesn't just kill your health, it kills your potential. There's a man I once knew. His name was Daniel. Daniel wasn't lazy. He wasn't unmotivated. He had dreams. He wanted to start his own business, travel the world, and become financially independent before 30. But Daniel had one habit that looked harmless. He lived on fast food. Every morning, he'd grab a coffee and a donut on the way to work. Lunch? A burger combo with fries. Dinner? Pizza or something quick, because he was too tired to cook. At first, it seemed fine. He'd laugh, saying, "I'll start eating healthy when I have time." But time never came. Within a few years, Daniel's energy dropped. His face always looked tired. His focus disappeared. He started forgetting things. He gained weight, yes, but what he truly lost was clarity. He'd sit at his desk, scrolling aimlessly, feeling anxious for no reason. He thought maybe he was just stressed. But it wasn't stress. It was his food. The same food he loved was killing him softly, bit by bit. And the sad part? He didn't even know. Because that's what junk food does. It kills you slowly, quietly, beautifully wrapped in bright packaging and fake happiness. You don't feel the damage today. But 10 years from now, you'll wonder why you're tired all the time. Why your skin looks dull. Why your body hurts even though you're young. Why you can't focus or remember things. Why motivation feels so far away. You'll blame your job, your age, or your stress, but in truth, it started with what's on your plate. See, the modern world has mastered one thing, making unhealthy food look like joy. Every commercial shows smiling faces, friends laughing, bright colors, and sizzling sounds. But behind that 15-second ad is a billion-dollar industry that doesn't care about your life. It only cares about your craving. And here's the trap. Junk food isn't just food anymore. It's an addiction. Sugar rewires your brain the same way certain drugs do. It gives you a quick high, then crashes you hard. So you eat more to feel good again. And before you realize it, your body and mind are trapped in a cycle that keeps you weak, tired, and distracted. I know this because I was once like Daniel too. I remember those late nights with chips and cola beside my laptop. I told myself I was rewarding my hard work. But every bite took me further away from who I wanted to be. My energy vanished, my focus blurred, and no matter how much I slept, I woke up tired. It wasn't life, it was survival. Then one day, something changed. I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. My eyes were dull. My face was swollen. My motivation was gone. I realized it wasn't that I was weak, it was that my food was making me weak. That day, I decided to break the cycle. And that's when I understood something powerful. You can't live a strong life with weak fuel. Think about it. Would you pour dirty oil into a Ferrari? Of course not. Then why do we pour poison into the only body we'll ever have? Every soda, every processed snack, every deep-fried bite looks harmless, but it carries a hidden cost. It costs you your focus, your energy, your confidence. And over time, it costs you your future. Let me tell you how deep this goes. Your brain runs on what you eat. When you eat junk, your blood sugar spikes, your hormones go wild, and your brain feels like a foggy city. You can't think clearly. You procrastinate more. You feel anxious for no reason. That's not you failing. That's your brain begging for real nutrition. Junk food hijacks your dopamine, the same chemical responsible for motivation and pleasure. When you eat it, your brain releases a burst of dopamine, making you feel great for a few minutes. But then it crashes, leaving you feeling worse than before. So you reach for another bite, chasing that feeling again. And the cycle repeats. That's why people keep saying, "I'll eat healthy tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes, because your brain is already hooked today. The world doesn't want you to know this. Because if you knew the truth, you'd stop buying their poison. You'd stop feeding their profits, and start feeding your body. I remember reading this line once. It said, "The food you eat can be either the safest and most powerful form of medicine, or the slowest form of poison." And it's true. Look around. Millions of people are dying not from hunger, but from what they eat. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression, all connected to junk food. And yet, the same food companies keep telling you it's convenient. Convenient for who? For them, not for you. Every time you choose junk over real food, you give up a little control over your life. You become slower, weaker, more dependent. And the saddest part is, you think it's normal. You think everyone feels tired, everyone's stressed, everyone's low on energy. No, that's not normal. That's chemical fatigue caused by years of eating things your body can't even recognize as food. When I stopped eating junk, everything changed. It didn't happen overnight. But within weeks, I started feeling awake again. My mind was sharper, my skin clearer, my mood stable. I didn't need coffee to feel alive. I felt alive because I was finally feeding my body right. That's the moment I realized. Your body isn't against you. It's just reacting to what you give it. If you give it poison, it will protest. If you give it fuel, it will reward you. Most people spend years chasing success while ignoring the engine that drives it, their body. You can't focus, you can't work hard, you can't dream big if your body is in survival mode. And junk food keeps your body stuck in that mode, tired, inflamed, addicted. So when people ask me, "How do I stop eating junk food?" I tell them, don't just quit food, change your identity. Stop seeing yourself as a person who tries to eat healthy. See yourself as a person who respects their body. Because when you respect something, you don't destroy it. The moment you stop identifying with junk, it loses its power. You start saying no, not because you're forcing yourself, but because you know you deserve better. It's not about looking fit. It's about feeling free. Free from cravings, free from guilt, free from the trap. And once you experience that freedom, you'll never want to go back. The first week I quit junk food was the hardest. I didn't realize how deep the addiction went until I tried to stop. My body screamed for sugar. My mind whispered excuses. One burger won't hurt. But deep down, I knew the truth. Every small excuse is the reason people stay stuck forever. The first 3 days felt like withdrawal. Headaches, mood swings, endless cravings. That's when I realized, this isn't just food, this is a chemical dependency. And that thought scared me. Because if food can control your mood, your energy, your thoughts, then who's really in control? You or the food industry? On the 4th day, I drank more water, ate fruit, and walked outside instead of opening a bag of chips. My body didn't thank me instantly, but somewhere inside, I felt a quiet pride. I was finally taking back control. And every single day after that, I kept telling myself, I'm not giving up junk food, I'm giving up the things that are giving up on me. Slowly, my energy came back. The fog lifted. I started waking up earlier without alarms. My confidence returned. And the strangest part? I started dreaming again. When you feed your body real food, your brain starts believing in possibilities again. It's like your mind was waiting behind a dirty window, and suddenly you wiped it clean. You start seeing your life clearly, your purpose, your goals, your values. I remember standing in front of a vending machine one day, holding a candy bar in my hand. For a moment, I just stared at it, all the bright packaging, promising happiness. Then I looked at my reflection in the glass and whispered, "I don't need this to feel good anymore." That was the moment I realized I had won. See, the fight with junk food isn't about calories or diets. It's about identity and control. It's about refusing to let the world manipulate your happiness with flavors that disappear in seconds. Because the truth is, nothing tastes as good as real health feels. You start noticing small miracles. Your thoughts become sharper. Your mood evens out. You stop feeling sleepy after meals. You feel light, not just in your body, but in your spirit. And when that happens, life starts to change in ways you didn't imagine. You work better. You love better. You live better. You start realizing that success isn't built only in your mind. It's built in your habits. And food is the foundation of those habits. When your body runs clean, your dreams run faster. But let's be honest, the world won't make it easy. There will always be fast food signs flashing on every corner. Friends will invite you out for just one cheat meal. People will joke that you're too strict. That's okay. Because the path to strength has always been lonely. Remember, people laugh at discipline until they see the results. Then they ask how you did it. You don't need to convince anyone. Your energy will speak for you. Your glow will speak for you. Your peace will speak for you. Once, a friend asked me, "Don't you miss the taste?" I smiled and said, "No, because I've tasted freedom." Every bite of real, natural food started feeling like self-respect. Every home-cooked meal tasted like victory. And slowly, junk food stopped looking tempting. It started looking cheap. Because once you rise above the addiction, you can't see it the same way again. You start to realize how powerful you are when you say no. Because that small no builds discipline, and discipline builds destiny. If you can control what goes into your mouth, you can control anything in life. Your habits. Your reactions. Your focus. Your future. That's why I believe that quitting junk food isn't just about health. It's the first act of self-mastery. Maybe right now, you're listening to this and thinking, "I've tried before, but I always fail." Let me tell you something. You haven't failed. You've been fighting alone. No one teaches us that junk food is engineered to keep us addicted. That's not weakness. That's biology being used against you. But the moment you know the truth, you have the power to fight back. Start small. Replace one soda with water. Replace one burger with a real meal. Cook one dinner this week. Because every small change plants a seed of strength. And those seeds will grow into a life you're proud of. There's a point when your body begins to trust you again. When it realizes you're finally listening. That's when your energy returns like sunlight after a long storm. That's when life feels lighter, brighter, easier. You'll look back one day and realize that junk food didn't just steal your health, it stole your peace. And you took it back. Imagine 10 years from now, waking up early, full of energy, clear-minded, smiling in the mirror, proud of who you've become. That future begins with one decision today. To stop killing yourself slowly with what you eat. Because every bite you take is either feeding your disease or feeding your destiny. I don't say this to scare you. I say it because I've lived both lives. The tired, sluggish, addicted version of me was alive, but not living. The clean, focused, energized version of me finally understood what real happiness feels like. The kind that doesn't come from a wrapper, but from within. And that's what I want for you too. You deserve more than cheap pleasure. You deserve real strength. You deserve energy that doesn't fade, confidence that doesn't depend on caffeine, and peace that isn't sold in a package. When you start eating clean, life starts rewarding you in every way. You think clearer. You smile more. You handle stress better. You begin to attract better things, because you're finally treating yourself like someone worth protecting. And remember this, you are worth protecting. Your body is the only home your soul will ever have. Take care of it. Junk food is easy. Self-respect is harder. But only one of them leads to freedom. So from today, choose freedom. Choose life. Choose real food. And when you feel tempted, just remind yourself, nothing tastes better than being proud of myself. Because that's the truth. If you start today, a month from now you'll feel better. 3 months from now, you'll look better. And a year from now, you'll be unrecognizable, not because you lost weight, but because you found yourself. So take this as your sign. Your second chance. Your wake-up call. Junk food has taken enough from you. It's time to take your power back. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And remember, your body believes everything you tell it. So start telling it you're ready to live. Because this is not the end, this is your new beginning.